Okay, in this tabletop review and demonstration video, we are going to be taking a look at the Wheeler AR15 Pivot Pin installation tool. This particular tool also doubles as a roll pin holder, so that's nice. Carries a part number of 156243. And it runs about $6, available from different sources on the internet. It ships in this packaging with a little instruction sheet, and we have our tools right here, which are kept together via this little ring. So let's take the ring off, set these aside. The instruction sheet is pretty straightforward. It shows you how to utilize the tool for installing your pivot pin spring and detent. And it also shows you over here how to use the tool for holding a roll pin for your bolt catch, bolt release. And I do believe, let's see, not on that one. You can see on this one right here, you can see there's two holes right there. This little one that's only partially drilled would be for holding the roll pin. I'm not sure if you really want to be pounding on this a whole lot. This is not made of steel from what I can tell. It is metal, but it's extremely lightweight, so I'm assuming it's some sort of aluminum. And at this price range, it's probably not a 70-75 aluminum. But that's nice, you know, in a pinch, if you don't have roll pin holders, this will double as a roll pin holder, so that's pretty cool. The price is right. This tool is similar to other tools that you might have seen me use in installation videos. And the other tool I use is not a two-part tool. This one is a two-part tool. And I believe, if you recall from my other videos, I end up using a roll pin punch to work where this one work like this one, where it basically pushes down like this. So this is a two-part, my other tool is a one-part, and I have to have my own roll pin punch to serve this roll. So this is nice for the money from what I can see so far. There's also kind of a partially drilled hole in the end right here. That, I don't know, I don't think that's going to hold a roll pin on this rifle because it's pretty big. And I don't have any other notes about... Yeah, it does say right on the back right here, it does say on the end there that that's a roll pin starter. And a magazine catch. Roll pin starter. And roll pin starter. It looks awful big, but anyway, so you've got two roll pin holders. And let's see if we can do this. I have a lower receiver here. And we have a spring and a detent. So hopefully I can do this and keep it in frame for you without too much trouble. Make sure I get it in focus. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do, we're going to slide this in like so, and we need to get the two holes lined up, which there we go. Insert our spring, and then we're going to take our detent, so you can see what I'm doing right here, and insert that down inside there. The first thing I'm going to mention is detents have a point on them. They come to a point on both ends. This particular tool that we're using to push down on this is flat. So it doesn't have a concave end on it like The roll pin punch I normally use has a concave end on it, and it fits over the top of this point. So there's no way that the punch is going to slip off of the detent. And of course, what did I do? I just went and launched the detent. That's what this tool is supposed to prevent. Okay. Now back to talking about this tool slipping off the detent. You can see there's no way for it to be captured. So if you're not extremely careful, this particular tool with this flat end can slip off the point of your detent. So you gotta be real careful. We're going to push down and then we're going to rotate. And then we can remove this and we don't need this. Well, when we rotate it, this bar has got the spring in the detent captured. So that's great. Now the tricky part is what I normally do is I will move this bar all the way down as far as I can. So it's still capturing the detent, but I don't have to push very far on it. So let's see, maybe you can get a better angle right there, see what's going on. You can see right there, it's pushed almost all the way down. Now the reason I do that is the next step of this is kind of tricky. You've got to get your takedown pin aligned with this tool. You need to keep them together and you need to push your takedown pin in, pushing out the bar, and if everything goes well, your detent stays, doesn't get launched, and your takedown pin is installed. So that's pretty much how you do it right there. It's easier if you've got this on a workbench or you've got it in your lap. I've got it in front of the camera there. But you can see that it definitely makes the job of installing your takedown and pivot pins much easier than trying to improvise a tool like a razor blade and such other types of methods that people have come up with. I like this tool for $6. You know, you've got the detent installation portion of it, and you've got the roll pin portion of it, which is pretty nice. The only thing I would say about this that I don't like is that this end, like I said, is not concave, so it's not going to fit very well over the I'm trying to get that in focus. It's not going to fit very well over your detent, unfortunately. So you're going to have to be a little bit careful using that so it doesn't slip off. You don't want this to slip off and mar your lower receiver or allow your detent to pop out. So anyway, that's going to wrap up the review of the Wheeler AR pivot pin and roll pin holder. I think it's a great buy for $6. I'm going to add it to my toolkit, and I don't have any other notes, so that's going to be the end of this review.